Last time on Springport by Night, Celeste has been rolling in the city of Springport for a handful of weeks. In that time, the queen of the city has bloodbound her. She's pissed off enforcers David and Lila, and now Lila has called in a favor. So now Celeste must integrate herself into a deal between the Lost Shadows and Forgotten Knights bloodlines. Welcome back to Springport by Night. This is session 7, and we've got some interesting stuff we got to take care of. We've got to get ourselves involved in this deal and manipulate it to some kind of benefit. Uh, to save Nora's memory because we need that. But right off the bat, though, we definitely have a problem. Diana got hurt when we asked them to put the word out for stuff, and our relationship with Anthony is very new, and we've already gotten one of his people hurt. So I think this goes full on into testing that connection. That's what we're starting with right there. I say we're in that safe house, that dilapidated like convenience store, and we just hung up the phone with Lila, and Anthony's looking at us just like, what the fuck is going on? She got hurt. Who are these people you're rolling with? We're totally out of our depth. That sort of conversation. And I think Celeste is gonna play it a style of like, look, it's okay, it happens. Sorry she got hurt, but I didn't expect anyone to get this angry over just asking questions. I've got a lead on what I need. It's gonna be fine. Y'all don't have to keep doing that at all. And this is gonna bring us into the role. Testing a connection. When a connection is tested through conflict, betrayal, or circumstance, roll with soul if they're mortal or charm if they're not. Connection is sealed, add +1. If it's represented by a bond edge, also add your dots. If you have no interest in maintaining the relationship, assume failure. Okay. So this is going to be soul, but I believe that I can make him feel like I can spend a blood to make him feel like an old friend to then exploit that and get a bonus. So that's what I'm going to do. Or that's what Celeste does. Just actively like, hey, no, you shouldn't be. I'm sorry, but like, I didn't realize that. I just got a lead I needed though. Everything's gonna be fine. So let's see what we get here. We've got 11. Is a flat success. Let's see here. Test brings you closer. Mark progress in the connection. Flat success as above, but also envision a demand or complication as a fallout and pay the price. Okay. So we do get to mark a little bit more connection. Brings us a little close. Anthony's like, all right, this is a fucking vampire shit. I I haven't decided if I envision Anthony with like an Italian accent or a Boston accent. And I kind of am leaning towards like Boston, like real Pakistan, the Harvard Yard sort of guy. Just like very, kind of like Batman the animated series, like goon sort of thing, like just like henchman sort of voice. I feel like that's what he sounds like, and I'm horrible at voices, but we sort of buy him over. But now he wants something out of it, and I think what he wants is information. Anthony wants to know the playbook. He wants to know the reality, so he knows what the fuck he's gonna deal with and what they need for firepower. So that's kind of what it comes down to. All right, so he wants that, so we need to make sure that we get him some kind of details on the state, but we also got to pay the price. What's the pay the price thing? 86. Yep, that's perfect. Lose mask, untracked, unwanted attention. That's basically what's happened. I've forced his hand. So let's take a look. I think we lose 2. I think that drops down to 2 because I think Anthony's getting weird and I think Diana's getting weird. We've sort of tied them over for now. I think we basically just give Anthony the ledger. Yeah, the Springport binder. We just give Anthony the Springport binder to tide him over and be like, look, this is how it plays out. This is the world right now. I've gotta go figure out how to deal with this and talk to these people. So just let me do that. And it sort of ties him over. Now we're running low on blood, so we have to go out and feed. And I think, the area we're in, what part of the city are we in? I don't remember. His apartment's Mira's safe house, which is now my safe house. And we're in South Hill. Oh, perfect. So we're just gonna go to a nightclub and feed. So that's just gonna be socializing nightclub. We get a +1, and we're gonna use charm because that's just how she rolls. And that's an fucking 19, so that's a ultra huge success. So hunting is definitely successful. We gain a rush and we feed. And feeding, we have to roll what? We have to roll soul to stop correctly. Yes. 10, 17. Ooh, look at that stylish success. So gain 3 blood. If you from victim yesterday, they become extremely weak. Cool. So we gain 3 blood. So we are up and at 'em. So I think, yeah, we walk into the club. We just seduce someone. Just kind of wordlessly, I think almost. Let's just moves through the club like she owns the place and just, you know, gets someone and she just travels off, boy girl. I don't even think she really registers. She just picks someone that she thinks smells nice and feeds. So there's that. And now we have to figure out how to we have to find out what the deal is. So who the hell can we talk to? Forgotten Knights, their district is loyalty. Or no, their district is shit. Maple End. Maple End is Forgotten Knights. But Lost Shadows is the other one. And their district is. Why do I have Lost Shadows as home district? What did I do? Why did I write that? One sec, I gotta fix this shit. There we go, fixed. Alright, so we're gonna drive over to Baytown and see if we can find them. So I guess sort of an well, no, we have the binder. Well, Anthony has the binder now, but before we leave we can check it and get over there and see if we can talk to someone. So we drive over to the bay and let's set the scene with one of the oracles here. Story, faction, ambience, busy street, abandoned places, clubs and bars, ordinary homes, sumptuous places. Damn it, there's nothing for docks. Well, I guess we'll just do busy street. Ambience, busy street. 6. Posters announcing different parties on the same club over a brick wall. All right, so yeah, we're just walking past now. I guess there's probably like a warehouse club here. That's got to be it. They've got like a warehouse club. We just rock up to it, and that's where they are. And we meet with who is the leader of Salma. Yes. So we basically just go, I need to talk to Salma. Urgently. It's because of this. And we will roll social. And I don't think I'm going to use magnetism yet because I feel like using it on a vampire feels risky, because if I use it on a vampire, they're going to know and get pissed off eventually, but I think humans just don't understand what's going on at all. So we will roll charm and see what we get. And we're in a nightclub, so we're going to socialize. I get +1 because of the setting. So that's 13. Okay, so that is a flat success. Aren't in control. So we get the benefits of that. So I'm going to go with overcoming an obstacle. So +1 rush, which is good. Overcoming an obstacle. And then, oh wait, no. No, we used a helpful feat. +1 rush for helpful feat. So I gained 2, yay! Because yay, 2 rush. Aspects. Do I gain these aspect dots every time I do this? Because if that's the case, considering feats that apply, these are feats. These are aspects. So do I get a dot? I'm gonna have to double check the rules at some point. But maybe I do, because if I do, that's just style of success. I just get in. I'm gonna interpret that as now because I feel like it. Oh yeah, fill in edges and add any dots on closely related. So socialization. Yeah. Okay. Fuck. Have I been doing that wrong this whole time? Fuck. I've been doing that wrong this whole time. Whatever. So we get an audience with Selma, and let's get a description. Look. 21. Wiry. And then initial disposition 57. Desperate. Interesting. Now we'll just roll up goal. 30. Defending a place. Okay. Okay. This can be to our advantage. So we need to talk to Selma. It's urgent. And Selma is this, like, I'm envisioning like this wiry woman with like long, like white platinum blonde sort of hair that's just, in some kind of like, I want to say like black jeans and like a long sleeve shirt that sort of like almost covers her palms, like when they come up to like here sort of vibe with like the thumb holes. I think that's kind of look, and I think she's very like pale and actively is like holding court in this back room of this like warehouse nightclub with a map, and there's like weaponry, and she's got her lieutenants around her. And we walk in, she's all just like, they said it was urgent. What do you know? What can you do to help? I just go, and I think Celeste just kind of saunters in and is like, well, I don't know what I could do to help yet, because I don't know what your problems are. I need help to do with the deal you have with the Forgotten Knights. So maybe we can help each other out. And I think Selma responds with just a bit of just annoyance, but she's desperate. And I think she goes, fine, fine. Uh, and they're defending territory. Okay, no, I got that. Uh, okay, so Selma looks at us and she goes, we have hunters. We think they're going to come in tonight. And deals, you help me deal with them without us breaking the masquerade, the cover of us, and we'll be good. I'll help you out. You scratch my back, I scratch yours. And that's where we start from. So we have our gun, right? Yeah, 38 special. And go, okay. When like what you can't take care of mortals, something weird about them. And I think something weird about them is likely. 41, so that's a yes. Um mm, just thought came to my head. This hunter is immune to vampiric powers. Okay, so Selma looks at it and goes, yeah, there's this hunter. He's immune to vampiric powers. His name is Theo. He's been on my case for 4 weeks now, and for some reason just won't let it go. And I've been hesitant to kill him because he's immune to vampiric powers, which is something that needs to be studied. But as far as I can tell, he's gathered like this cult around him to purify the night. And as far as we know, they're going to come and attack here in a matter of hours, minutes. We don't know. And 16. Ooh, 16. So that's a definite thing. And I think at that point, a gunshot goes off in the nightclub, and people are freaking out. People run, and we all just take like defensive positions. It's Selma and then Celeste are like behind the desk, set or like behind the table, which I envision to be like a desk, and are like set up to deal with people coming through. Her lieutenants, which I think are, we'll go 50-50. Are they vampires? Yes. Okay. So they are vampires. Uh, and I think Theo is monologuing about something. Let's see what Theo is talking about with conversation focus. 59. Sketchy, nervous to talk. No, that doesn't. Let's just use 59 in the conversation trait. Uh, Joyful. That's better. I think he is cocky, joyful. He is, he's out there and he is yelling things about bloodsuckers and come on, come out and get hunted. And I think we hear another couple gunshots go off as like more of Selma's like vampires are out there and they're just getting blasted in the face with a 12 gauge as they tried to use their powers on him. Or at least that's what we think, because that's what we hear. And I just look at Selma and I'm just like, really? You couldn't just kill him before? And someone's just like, look, we do what we can to keep murders to a minimum. You go, well, this is pretty fucking bad. This is pretty bad. So, and I think at that point, he kicks in the door, and I think Celeste takes a shot first. So let's go with body and give us an old college try. 13, 12. So that is a flat success. Hell yeah. Overcoming an obstacle is +1. +1 rush. I don't have anything else. And then we pay the price. 59. Lose a point of rush because we can't go anywhere because we've got to deal with cleaners, we've got to deal with cops. So I think Celeste just kind of rises up and whips her gun up and just shoots him, just shoots the guy dead center of the head, drops him like a sack of potatoes. And I think he just kind of looks at someone just like, none of your people could have done that. Like, what the hell? And like, they're supposed to be like, what? These philosophical warriors. And I think Selma just kind of looks at her and goes, we don't normally use such barbarous means to achieve our goals. And Celeste, I think, just looks and goes, yeah, sure. Okay. I think we're going to time jump further in the night. And now we're talking with her. The place is being cleaned up. The cops have been paid off and or mind controlled or whatever. The people in the club have been dealt with via probably mind control to a degree to just keep things as cool as possible. So I think through this we are making a connection with Selma, but it's professional. Okay, so we're through this we're forming a connection with her, and probably something around her skills. We'll figure that out later. But we've gotten her out of this bind, and she's willing to actually help us with that. So we're gonna find out what the deal is. I think I already kind of talked about before, but the deal is basically that um, the the Forgotten Knights have monopoly on mind control powers in and memory control powers in the city of Springport. And because of that, the Lost Shadows want a deal where they basically do a hostage scenario where they exchange hostages so that way the Lost Shadows have access to this power when they want it. And I think Selma, I'm gonna roll because this is questionable. 50-50. Is Selma in favor of or against this? 56. So Selma is completely against it, and I think that works into our favor. But now that we've done that, we can make some progress. That's a milestone. And manipulate agreement between them. Rank 2. Ooh, yay! 2 little things. So I think it's definitely a scenario where the Lost Shadows are in a bind. The Queen controls the city. She's basically pushing for this and backing the Forgotten Knights because she wants access to that power unrestricted by them. And I think the best way to pull it off to get what we want is to ask for Nora as their hostage. And then that way we because I have to talk to Nora, and I think that would basically work. Just we want Nora as the hostage, because the Queen does care about her a lot, wanted her very badly. So I think with that, we'll roll a social check to see if it works. Ooh. How does Burning Rush work? Or would that wouldn't even help me? This is just bad. Or would it? Because I'm socializing, so I get +1 for my aspect. And rush. Is higher than one of your dice. May cool your rush for use its value than the die. Okay, yeah, so we're gonna do that. So that's 9. +1 is 10. Yeah, we turn into a flat success. Let's go. So we get a flat success, and so we gain a little bit of rush. We gain a point of rush, but we face a problem. And 100 roll. Okay, 17. Connection or companion is in harm's way. Lose pulse on the appropriate meter. And then 84. Unwanted attention. Okay, so none of those really fit. I think actually what a bigger deal is that we're going to get. It's going to come out because we're involved. And they're not sure they're going to be able to protect us. So, yeah. All right, so Lost Shadows could rat me out. I think that's a more realistic pay the price, is that I'm putting myself out there, and I could totally get screwed because of that. So, but I think they agree that it'll work. So I think with that, that's another milestone. They'll trade a hostage, someone that is somewhat important, for Nora when that comes in the coming nights. Okay, so we've got that deal set up. So now I think we need to go, and I think we ask Selma about the ghouls and see if she knows anything. Let's just roll 50-50. See if she knows anything about them. Oh shit, she does. Are they alive? I feel like that's unlikely. 44. No, they're all dead. Or at least they were all captured. Maybe she just doesn't know. Maybe that's a better answer, because I feel like them just being dead right now is kind of anticlimactic. So I think I'm gonna go with they were captured. And who captured them? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4. Captured by the Forgotten Knights. Okay, so that they were captured by the Forgotten. Oh, nice, and we're not ingratiating ourselves at all to them. So we've learned a little bit more. So they were captured by the Forgotten Knights, and Selma doesn't really know what happened to them other than that. Cool. Um, So now we're in a tricky place because they've we're put against the Forgotten Knights, and it's going. We need to get in touch with the Forgotten Knights to try and get that information before they absolutely hate us. But also, we're definitely not on their good side because we're not on the Queen's good side. And the Queen is their leader. Okay. I think Celeste is kind of just like, yeah, they're dead. If they're not dead, I would be surprised. So we'll put a pin in that for now, and we'll deal with trying to finish that quest up later, or mission. And right now, as it stands, I think Selma just tells us, yeah, it's going to be that this deal isn't going down for like another like week or so. So why don't we just lay low from this whole hunter thing? And laying low. Lay low, spend several nights in seclusion or far from home to reduce people's suspicion on your role with mind. If you're in the company of affection-based connection, add +1. All right, cool. So I just kind of nod. I call Anthony, and I'm just like, hey, so things are all set. You should be good. No one should mess with you. I got to lay low for like a week, and then I think what we do is we go to Eddie's, and we just kind of turn up on his doorstep, and he's kind of just like, "Oh, hey, what are you doing here?" It's like, "Oh, just need to lay low a bit." Um, poor Eddie. There's connections. So we're gonna lean on Eddie, and I think that's gonna make progress. Service who benefits them, relying on them for help in desperate circumstances. Let's rank. Mark progress. If already sealed, then roll their rank to learn the impact on your eulogy. Cool. So yeah, we just add a thing, and I think when that fills up, it gets sealed. Feel the relationship turns into one solid mutual trust. Mark the connection is sealed and gain experience based off their rank. Nice. Affection. Mark the reward with humanity experience tracker, reflecting what you've learned. Grown closer. Treat the experience reward as one rank higher. You may rewrite your affection to reflect what you want. If you realize their usefulness, give them an expertise. I want to go with usefulness. Because Eddie is not being anything other than a friend. Celeste, Celeste is not. He's a friend, so he gets an expertise, and I think it's just going to be like instruction. But we gain mark the reward on the humanity, so we get a point of humanity experience. Yay! And let's look up some expertise. Streetwise firearms, persuasion, disguise, nightlife, info, self, tech savvy, social etiquette, law, basic security, self defense, negotiation, lockpicking, forging, hacking, medical tracking, hunting, and performing. I think he has nightlife info. I think that's the best answer. Surprisingly, Eddie keeps up on the nightlife, and we're gonna hang out at his place, and we're gonna go and enjoy nightlife stuff, and more or less. Maybe we just talk to him about it. We like spend 7 days kind of just living in his house talking about it. So here we go. 54. That's a 9. 10. Flat success. Yeah, because 10's flat success, right? 10 is flat. Yay, flat success. Gain 3 mask, and then pick 2 among blood, clarity, health, restore it normally, but instead of rolling, assume a stylish success. So, we gain 3 mask, and then I think clarity is our best bet. So, stylish success. Gain 2. Yay, our stats are all back up. But we do lose a rush because we're just lounging around. So yeah, so we laid low. The meeting is coming up, and I think we're gonna handle that next time. So please like and subscribe, and have a good one, y'all. Bye.